All right, let's just dive right into this explainer, shall we? We're going to break down the absolutely thrilling momentum shifts from the 2026 World Cup matchup between the Netherlands and Japan. This clash in Dallas is just a perfect case study in how a quiet, tense standoff can completely flip on its head right before our eyes. So let's dissect exactly how this thing erupted into an absolute thriller.
Actually, the defining narrative of this whole match can pretty much be summed up by one post-game quote. It was a so much better game in the second half. And honestly, that's a massive understatement. It wasn't just a slight improvement, it was literally a total rewrite of the script. We're talking a wild action and reaction pendulum swing.
Section 1. A Tale of Two Halves. To really appreciate that second half explosion, we first need to look at what went down in those opening 45 minutes on the pitch in Dallas.
0. Yep, despite some really promising early chances, the first half ended deadlocked at 0. But hey, don't let that scoreline fool you for a second. The tactical tension was sky high right from the opening whistle. Gakpo was testing the waters early on, and then there was that cleverly weighted ball from Ryan Bosaneka that forced a massive save from Fubo. The tactics were totally locking horns, but the net completely untouched.
And then, boom, 4. The second period absolutely exploded with 4 massive goals. It was like all that pent-up tactical energy from the first half just suddenly gave way to this relentless, wide-open shootout. It really shows you exactly how fast the floodgates can open at the World Cup, right?
Section 2. Virgil van Dijk strikes first. So after all that careful probing in the first 45, the Netherlands finally find their spark. It was their defensive anchor, Virgil van Dijk, who stepped up and put his trademark on the opening goal. Think about the sheer impact of that for a second. You're in this incredibly tense stalemate, and it's a commanding center back who just shatters the tension. He pushes the Dutch ahead and honestly, completely changes the temperature in the stadium.
Section 3. Nakamura answers the call. Going down a goal to a powerhouse like the Netherlands could easily demoralize a team, but instead, it completely lit a fire under the Japanese squad.
We were really witnessing a true clash of styles here. On one side, you've got the Netherlands relying on that sturdy defensive power, which was perfectly epitomized by Van Dijk's imposing opener. And on the other side, Japan's agile playmakers. They found their rallying cry totally leaning into this quick, responsive attacking play spearheaded by Nakamura.
Let's look at the anatomy of this equalizer. The ball comes right over the top, finding Nakamura perfectly in space. Now he takes the shot on his weaker foot, which is a super bold, high-risk move when you're under that much pressure. But it takes a deflection, and it's in. Just a brilliant, entirely earned equalizer that pulled Japan right back into the mix. Section 4. Somerville restores the Dutch lead. Okay, so the pendulum was about to swing right back, because the Netherlands were absolutely not going to let Japan seize the momentum for long. The really crucial element here was surprise. Somerville just decides, you know what, he's having a crack. He frequently gets into these positions, but he actually doesn't shoot as often as you might expect. But in this crucial moment, he takes the chance, and just like that, bam, the Dutch are back in front.
The sheer speed of this second-half goal rush was literally breathtaking. Every single action demanded an immediate reaction. We went from the Van Dijk opener straight to the Nakamura equalizer, rapidly followed by the Somerville strike, and then leading right into Agasawa's 2-2 finish. Neither team was allowed a single moment to catch their breath.
Section 5. Chaos in Dallas. The equalizer. Trailing once again, the pressure on Japan was just immense. Desperately searching to level the game, they started bringing totally different tactical elements into the mix, specifically throwing Kubo forward.
Let's actually break down that frantic final sequence, because it was absolute chaos. Gakpo is still going, really pushing the limits out wide. Then Ito manages to move the corner, which completely shifts the spatial dynamics in the box. And culminating from this intense wave of pressure, Agoana finds the back of the net. 2-2. It was just strategy and sheer willpower colliding in a matter of seconds.
As the broadcast perfectly captured, it's bedlam here in Dallas, all the goals coming in the second period. And honestly, bedlam is exactly the right word. A match that started as this hyper-calculated, scoreless standoff completely shed its skin to become a showcase of pure, unadulterated offensive magic.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. How quickly can a scoreless, tactical battle erupt into an unforgettable 4-goal thriller? Well, as we've seen today, all it takes is one spark.